In the heart of our town stood an old, abandoned school building. Its decaying walls and empty windows held the secrets of a bygone era, but it was the tales of its haunting that gave it a chilling reputation. People whispered about bloodstains that would mysteriously appear on its walls, stains in the shape of handprints as if left behind by the restless spirits that were said to roam its halls. One fateful evening, my friends and I decided to put our courage to the test and venture into the haunted school. The sun was setting, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch toward the building like ghostly fingers. As we approached, a sense of unease settled over us, but our curiosity outweighed our fear. We entered the building cautiously, our footsteps echoing through the empty halls. The air inside was heavy with a mixture of dust and anticipation. The tales of bloodstains felt like a weight on our shoulders as we moved deeper into the heart of the school. And then, there it was, a chilling sight that sent shivers down our spines. In one of the dimly lit halls, the walls bore the unmistakable mark of red handprints, like ghostly imprints left by unseen hands. The crimson stains seemed to glow in the fading light, each handprint a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lay within. As we stared at the blood-red handprints, a sense of foreboding settled over us. It was as if the walls themselves were trying to communicate, to share the stories of those who had once walked these halls. But before we could gather our thoughts, an eerie silence enveloped the air, and we realized that we were not alone. We retreated from the hall and found ourselves in a dimly lit corridor. Panic gnawed at the edges of our courage as the corridor seemed to come alive with an otherworldly presence. Streams of red light, like flowing veins, began to appear along the walls, casting an eerie glow that bathed the hallway in an unsettling hue. Fear propelled us forward as we ran, our footsteps echoing in rhythm with the pounding of our hearts. The corridor seemed to stretch endlessly, the red rays a relentless reminder that something unnatural was at play. We could feel the weight of the building's history bearing down on us, the stories of the past seeping into our very bones. Finally, we burst out of the haunted school, the cool night air hitting us like a welcome wave. Gasping for breath, we stumbled away from the building, our minds a whirlwind of fear and awe. The haunted school had left its mark on us, the echoes of its past forever etched into our memories. As we stood outside, the building seemed to stare back at us, a silent witness to the mysteries it held. The blood stains and red rays were now part of our own tale, a story we would share with others as a warning of the haunted school's lingering spirits. Nestled within a serene town lay an ancient school building, its history veiled in enigmatic shadows. Generations of students had passed through its halls, each leaving behind their own tales and memories. But as the years went by, whispers of something darker began to surface, whispers of unexplained events and eerie occurrences that defied rational explanation. It was a crisp autumn morning when I first stepped through the gates of the old school. The air was tinged with the scent of fallen leaves, and a sense of anticipation hung in the air. As a new student, I felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Little did I know that the school had secrets that would soon envelop me in a chilling tale of horror. In the beginning, everything seemed normal. The classrooms were filled with the hum of students' voices, and the hallways echoed with laughter. But as the days passed, subtle signs of something amiss began to surface. Objects would move on their own, doors would creak open without any breeze, and strange shadows would dart across the corners of our vision. Rumors spread like wildfire among the students. Some claimed to have seen ghostly figures in the mirrors of the restroom, while others whispered about whispers echoing through the empty hallways. It was as if the very walls of the school were harboring secrets, secrets that were eager to reveal themselves. One day, during a particularly gloomy afternoon, I found myself alone in the library. The soft rustling of pages turning was the only sound that accompanied me. I was engrossed in my book when I heard it, a faint, melodic humming that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. My heart raced as I looked around, but the library was empty. The humming continued, growing louder and more insistent. It was a haunting melody, one that sent shivers down my spine. I followed the sound, my footsteps echoing in the silence until I reached a dusty old bookshelf tucked away in a corner. As I approached the bookshelf, The humming reached a crescendo, and a cold draft enveloped me. I pulled a book from the shelf, and as if by magic, the humming stopped. The air grew still, and a sense of unease settled over me. I glanced at the title of the book, Tales of the Unseen. Intrigued, I opened the book and began to read. The stories within its pages were unlike anything I had ever encountered, tales of restless spirits, vengeful ghosts, and unsolved mysteries that had plagued the school for generations. It was as if the book itself was a portal to the otherworldly. Lost in the stories, I didn't notice the time passing. The sun had set, and darkness had descended upon the school. As I looked up from the book, I realized that I was no longer alone. Shadows danced along the walls, and a chilling breeze swept through the library. And then, I saw her, a figure standing at the end of the aisle. Her appearance was ethereal, her features blurred as if she were a specter from another realm. Her eyes held a sadness that sent a pang of sympathy through me. I could feel her presence, a lingering energy that seemed to permeate the very air. "Who are you?" I whispered, my voice trembling. She didn't respond, but her gaze held mine. At that moment, I felt a connection, an understanding that surpassed words. And then, with a flicker, she disappeared, leaving only an echo of her presence behind. The library was once again silent, and a heavy weight settled over me. I closed the book and left the library, my heart racing with a mixture of fear and fascination. As days turned into weeks, I couldn't shake the memory of the encounter. I delved deeper into the history of the school, uncovering tales of tragedy and loss that seemed to intertwine with the very walls of the building. It became clear that the school was haunted, and the restless spirits of the past were eager to make their presence known. In the end, I realized that the school was a place of learning not just for academics, but for the mysteries of the supernatural. The echoes of the past continued to reverberate through the hallways, a reminder that some stories never truly fade away. As I left the school for the last time, I couldn't help but wonder about the countless other students who would pass through its doors, each with their own stories to tell. The school's legacy of the unexplained would continue to unfold, a tapestry of school horror stories that would forever linger in the minds of those who dared to step into its haunted halls.